Yes, I think one of the scariest situations I've been into was covering in Mexico a raid. We were driving in the night, listening to the radio and seeing what was going on in the city. And it was, I think, our second execution in the night. We were, beginning the night. It was about 7 o'clock in the evening. And we heard about this group of students who had been shot in front of their apartment building. They were outside. They were medicine students. They lived by the university. And they were out having a beer and talking. And some car just drove by and shot these people, apparently because they mistook them for someone else. And so we were there, and their friends were there, and everybody was crying so hard. And the police was there, the body was still on the floor. We couldn't really get too close, but we were close enough to hear, the cries. But everything was very quiet. I mean, in terms of, except that the press was very quiet and respectful. We were just watching and trying not to talk too loud. Everybody was it was night, it was dark, and suddenly there's this car, this pickup truck speeds by, and this was next to an empty lot, and it just, speeds by us. I had to run out of the way, and this woman, gets out of the car. She's desperate, and she starts crying and screaming about, "Where's my son? What happened to my son?" And one of his friends comes to her and, holds her and hugs her and, literally carries her, otherwise she would fall on the ground. And, he just put her back in the car and drove and said, "No, we're going to the hospital, we're going to the hospital, we're going to the hospital." And just the scream, her voice, it was something I don't think I ever heard anything like that before. It was, the sound of her screaming was so much worse than the actual sight of the blood on the floor. It resonated so horribly inside of me. It was despair, in the purest form.